My name is Lebogang and I have a business by the name of Touch Hair Solutions. So I have finally decided to start a YouTube channel. Now the videos that I'll be releasing will be tutorials on how you can better maintain your wigs at home. I'll also be giving you some tips on the different products that you should be using for your different textured wigs, and I'll also throw in some ideas on how you can better style your own wig. I hope we can grow on this journey together, and if you find these videos useful, please do leave a comment down below and don't forget to click on that subscribe button. If you would like to see how I achieve this wet look from start to finish, please do keep on watching.
So first things first, I'm going to apply a wig cap onto my head before applying my wig. I have opted to use a tan colored wig cap. Now you are able to choose between a brown or tan colored wig cap when placing an order with Touch Hair Solutions. I am then going to move on to taking my foundation. I'm going to use a small amount and apply that on the area where my closure will be placed. Now if you will be using a frontal, you can do the same in the area that your frontal will be placed. I'm focusing more on the elastic band area in the front to avoid having a line of demarcation once applying the wig. Alright, so next I'm going to take my deep wave bob wig. I had actually washed this a couple of days before filming this video, which is why it's not as tamed. But nonetheless, I'm going to use that same makeup to apply on the inside of my closure area. This is just to ensure that the lace actually matches with my skin color. This step is completely optional. I'm then going to use my blasting free spray from Got2b. It is a holding spray. And then I'm going to use my blow dryer on a cool air setting to ensure that everything is sealed in and that there is no fallout of any makeup when applying the wig. And if you are using foundation or powder, that it doesn't seep through the lace when you apply the wig onto your head. So once you've applied the wig onto your head, this is when you can go on to decide where you would like your parting to be. For this video, I've opted for a side curved parting. Now, if you are going to part your hair closer to the weft or track area, just ensure that there is a small amount of hair from the closure that is covering up your track, as you do not want that to show. So what you see me doing right now is sectioning off the hairs that I'll be using to create my baby hairs. As you can see, the hairs are shorter in length as I had already cut them down. Now this hair tool is called an edge control brush, which I will be using to mold the baby hairs. Now one thing to note when applying your wigs, ensure that the wig cap that you've worn underneath is not visible through the lace. So make sure that you've placed it where the hair on your wig is more dense, rather than placing it in the section where you will be creating your baby hairs. The two products I'll be using in this video are the ORS Wrap Set Mousse and the L'Oreal Styling Hair Mousse. So I'll be using the L'Oreal Styling Hair Mousse to create the baby hairs. I'm going to start off by shaking the bottle, taking a little bit of that product and applying it on the closure area, starting off by ensuring that all the hair that I will not be using to create baby hairs has been pushed back, and then just making sure that the little hairs in the front are damp as well, so that it's just easier to mold and shape the hair. So I'm going to take the edge control brush which I showed you earlier, and using the comb side of it, I'm going to start forming the baby hairs. Now one thing to remember with this process is that it is much easier to create your baby hairs while your hair is still damp from the mousse that we have applied. And another thing to help you is to use your finger as a guideline as to where to curve your hair when forming your baby hairs. If you are a first timer or if you're still practicing this process, please don't be hard on yourself. Remember that it is a trial and error situation and you might not get it right on the first or second try, but keep practicing and you will get better at it. The motion that I'm using is to comb the hair down, place my finger, comb the hair around my finger and let go. Now, one thing you want to try to avoid is your hair cramping up. You want to try to ensure that each and every hair strand is sitting on its own for a soft and more natural baby hair look. And another thing, baby hairs are not compulsory to do when applying your wig. If you are struggling, you can easily just apply a small amount of mousse onto the hairline area. Ensure that all the hair has been pushed back or styled the way that you would like it to be in a neat manner, and you are good to go. So I am then going to move on to molding down these baby hairs. I'm going to take my elastic band. You can actually use a satin or silk scarf or any type of scarf or piece of material and wrap that around your hairline area. Then I'm going to take my hot comb just to focus on that front area to ensure that all the hair is uniform before I spray it down. Next, you're going to take a spray bottle and fill it up with water. You can get a spray bottle at Dis-Chem, it's pretty affordable. And I'm just going to spray down the entire wig, in the front, on the side, at the back, in between. Just make sure that each and every hair strand is damp. My absolute favorite product to use on curly hair is the ORS Wrap Set Mousse. I'm just going to apply that onto the wig, and using my Denman detangling brush, I'm just going to distribute the product throughout the entire wig. Now it's time for the big reveal of the baby hairs. I'm just going to take that edge control brush again, and this time using the brush side to smoothen out those baby hairs and to ensure that they are in the position that I'd like them to be in. And if you feel like you need to reshape anything, this is the time to do it. Now this step is also optional, but I'm going to take my blasting free spray and spray it onto the edge control brush, just so that those baby hairs have a slight hold, and I know that they're going to last throughout the entire day. This is a glueless wig application method, so just remember to be gentle when adjusting your baby hairs to prevent the lace from lifting. Now what you see me doing is applying a little bit of concealer onto my parting, just to help define it better and that it's visible and it stands out even from a distance.
make sure that there aren't any flyaways during the day, and especially on the closure area or the top area of the hair, that the hair stays in place the way that I have made it to be right now. So I'm just lightly spraying that all over. Also making sure that when I actually do spray the hair is in the position that I want it to be.
This is the following day after I had created the wet look. The curls have loosened up a bit to create more of a natural curl pattern. What I am going to do now is take some of that ORS Represent Mousse to apply to the areas that I feel might look a little bit untidy, just to ensure that everything looks neat and uniform. One thing to remember when it comes to curly hair, the more you touch your hair, the bigger it's going to get. So if you're looking for a more tamed look, try to avoid touching or fidgeting with your wig throughout the day. Please keep in mind that if you are going to use concealer or makeup on your parting to define it, it is not a step that you need to do each and every single day. This is a once-off thing until I decide to wash my wig again, because I do not want there to be makeup seeping through the lace, therefore making the lace very conspicuous when standing close to people. Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below with your suggestions on wig tutorials that you would like to see in future. Thank you for watching.